There was a time, not so very long ago in the grand history of the universe, or, eternity, when no one had ever heard of Meghan Markle. I mean, okay, there was a smattering of people who watched the Canadian cable TV show Suits and knew her from that, but the show itself didn't come up on the radar of the general public until Meghan hooked up with her prince in around 2017, and the media reported her appearance on the show as part of her resume. And the show itself still wasn't widely watched until Netflix began pushing it as part of its content library during the 2023 writers and screen actors strikes, as fresh content isn't being made. The streamer is desperate for content, and viewers are desperate for anything new, and Suits is finally having its day. Indeed, Andrew Murfitt, editor at LinkedIn News, calls Suits a, quote, disregarded, unquote, series, and opined that it is the power of Netflix that has reanimated the show. But all this is just a preface to my question. What I want to know is why, when just a few short years ago very few of us had any idea who Meghan Markle was, so much news is now being filtered through the prism of Meghan and Harry. It has been reported, for example, that Catherine and William will take the helm to mark the anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's death, but the headline to that news story includes that they will do it without Harry and Meghan. I mean, of course they will. Does anyone think Meghan is going to go willingly back to the UK to celebrate a woman in whose last years she caused such enormous pain? And as for Harry, he could barely make it back solo to his homeland to acknowledge his father's coronation. Does anyone think Meghan will allow him to return to his home to pal around with his brother and sister-in-law only in order to remember a woman she so disrespected? Harry and Meghan are going to be notable in this context only through their absence, which at this point it's pretty clear we can take for granted. The only reason they rate as part of this news article is for the clicks that dislike for them can generate. Another example. King Charles announced that the Prince of Wales will now become the Colonel-in-Chief of the Army Air Corps, a role he fits admirably thanks to his military service, and of course a role some working royal has to fulfill. But the news was reported in the context of the Army Air Corps being the unit in which Harry once served, and would Harry thus be wounded that his brother was being given this honor? Why is this even a question? Harry gave up his military honors when he resigned as a working member of the family. That's done and dusted. Speculation about Harry's wounds serve no purpose whatsoever. And one more example. The King's upcoming 74th birthday in November is already the subject of another round of will Meghan and Harry or won't Meghan and Harry attend? Can we all simply agree that the King is going to turn 74 in 3 months' time, whether his prodigal son has the good grace to return for the event or not? That the fact of a head of state turning a year older does not revolve around the guest list for his birthday party? When will Harry and Meghan stop being a thing? When will this tiresome couple stand on their own and stop milking their tenuous connection to the royal family to prop up their own relevance? Well, I suppose we might as well ask when we will be rid of any tiresome, troublesome public figure. The former U.S. president, who in spite of historic indictments and dozens of felony charges, continues to enjoy a platform for his petty grievances and protestations of innocence and calls for violence. But I ask in any case, when will Donald Trump stop being a thing? When all of us are over our need to hate watch, perhaps? The power of hate is so potent, a force that exploits our human flaws. Donald Trump, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, none of them are willing, or maybe able, to control their need to manipulate our attention, even if they are receiving it only because watching them flail and fail is so damned pleasurable. If you like what we're doing here at The Authentig, please give this video a like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified when we upload a new video. And think about leaving a comment, too. We value your thoughts. Thank you for watching.